Goddammit! Answer me, you bastard! Speak now, or I'll stick my foot up in your wazoo, cause we got a job to do. To study is why we were sent here to this zoo. Captain Gooch Gobbler said so, and I do too. There are dissections of Eva sections, cross sections, different directions, humans bump in the dark. It's true. There are drug consumption, marma junctions, assumptions forming by gumptions. Humans bump in the dark, they'll fuck you too. There is poetry, philosophy, sodomy, anatomy. Humans bump in the dark, they will bump you. Sensation after correlation and correlation after sensation. Humans bump in the dark. Here's how they grow. Kick it.
And we're back.
Jeez.
We've made it this far, and we're still alive.
Surprisingly.
Yes.
We haven't been caught yet either.
But, yeah, I mean, it kind of helps when you have a interdimensional ship.
Flying disc in the sky?
Yeah, flying disc.
Yeah.
Yeah, tic-tac.
Banana quack.
Yeah.
On a stack of
Yeah.
flapjacks.
Actually, it looks more like a jellyfish.
You hear my rhymes?
Yeah, you do it all the times.
Yeah. They super fresh.
You been hanging out with our neighbor some?
Which one?
Jesus?
No.
Oh,
No.
kind of talks like that sometimes.
Oh, that's weird that you know that. Have
Yeah.
you been hanging out with him?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm honest because I have nothing to hide. Oh, yeah, I hang out with him.
Oh, so I have something to hide because I don't?
Well, it's kind of funny how you talk just like him.
Oh, are we deflecting now? Okay, I see. Yeah.
What deflect?
We're
Yeah,
done.
I guess you are deflecting.
Yep.
What? Deflated?
She's deflecting. Saying she
Deflated?
never hang out with him.
I haven't hung out with him without you.
Oh, here we go again, Void.
What's that?
You have a three-way with your neighbor, and next thing you know, she's sleeping with him without me.
You always assume I'm sleeping with the man that we slept together with. You're always assuming that. That is something you need to look inside of yourself and figure out why you always assume I'm doing you dirty.
Oh.
It happened one time with Tom Nye. I buried him in the fucking desert, and you're the one who dug him out.
It was the wrong Tom Knight, too.
Yes to both. Now, back to Emanuel. We left off with Emanuel Swedenborg spending time with practices other than writing up until the year of 1734, following his third stint of traveling Europe. While in Leipzig in 1734, he had a document published called Opera Philosophicae et Mineraliae.
Meaning as what?
When translated, this title somehow becomes Philosophical and Logical Works in English. I thought it was going to be Philosophical Musical on Minerals, but I was wrong. Like every musical on rocks and philosophy, this was a three-volumed work of art. In Latin, the title of the first volume was Principia Rerum Naturalium. In English, it is Principles of Natural Things. Sounds like every single philosophical book around this era of quote-unquote enlightenment. Britannica called this Emanuel's quote-unquote mature philosophical thoughts on nature, and claimed the inductive arguments to claim as support for multiple theories. For example, the idea that everything is made up of small particles which are continuously swirling around in a vortex motion, which can be broken down into smaller particles in the commotion. Not much different than many humans' perception of the atom today.
I thought it was more shifting left and right than just constant movement.
It was, I think most recently they've been saying it was more like a cloud of unpredictable motion of electrons surrounding the proton and neutrons.
Gotcha.
I would like to note that Pythagoreans and many others had similar thoughts regarding building blocks of matter, making this idea communicated by Emanuel Swedenborg not so spectacular to me. Although the arrogance of many humans living today would have been a surprised person, hearing such a thought regarding atoms occurring hundreds of years ago with Emanuel Swedenborg, let alone thousands of years ago with the Pythagoreans. Going back to the year of 1734, we have Emanuel doing some digging around, you see. He did a quote-unquote investigation as put by Britannica into the kingdom of the soul. So now, according to some humans, your soul has a kingdom. Isn't that nice?
Maybe it meant afterlife?
Nope. What do you think he meant, Nutgatherer?
I have absolutely no clue.
Seeing as many people, including Emanuel, thought that the soul was housed within the body, even though I believe he thought it was incorporeal. Regardless of that continuity error, he thought the kingdom of your soul was the body. Once he did all this work with Principia Rerum Naturalium, and some small work on the infinite, Emanuel found it about damn time to go back home. Lucky Emanuel got a new leave of absence from work in 1735, though, because his father died. I may say that it's probably because Emanuel's father wanted to find that kingdom for his soul, but he mistook what he meant and thought it was heaven or something. No, he didn't really think that.
Oh. Well, I get what he says now, because it's just saying your soul lives in your body, and that's the kingdom of it.
I think your soul lives everywhere. I think your soul is consciousness. It's what connects you to the other side.
I think they believed it actually is
It's
Your
not
mind?
a thing.
your
it's-
energy, too.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not a thing, it's your energy.
Yeah.
Energy's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because it's everything.
Was it the force now?
It's a person, place, or thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you speak a little bit louder for me, baby?
Me?
You Void and Nutgatherer both.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause,
Sure.
that is very nice.
Is
Okay.
that better?
Yeah.
Udo's better.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay. So as one does in the morning, Emanuel traveled to Italy, France, and Holland, specifically Amsterdam. My guess is that he wanted to go see the hole in the wall in France, and to go see the pepperoni nipples in Italy, and the red lights in Amsterdam. This trip seemed to have lasted a mere 5 to 6 years. That's it. Having Emanuel publishing a two-volume document called Economia Rigni and Analabas.
It took him 2 books,
2 volumes.
2 volumes.
I guess it's like a series.
Ah,
Yeah, I guess 2 books, yeah.
just to get all of that out, huh?
Yeah, apparently it was these 2 volumes were published in 1740 and 1741. When he went back home in Stockholm, November of the year of 1740. This book, Economia Regni Animalis, is translated to The Economy of the Animal Kingdom. This is where there was a large amount of studying on both anatomy and physiology on multiple animals other than humans. It is claimed by some that ever since 1734, Emanuel attempted to find the soul of all creation within motion itself. This book is where Emanuel was determined to prove that the senses, erroneously seen as the 5 senses, were immortal themselves, making this much different than the perception that George Berkeley had on experience being made by the mind and the five senses. For if the soul was immortal through the five senses, then humans would last forever because their experiences are made up by this so-called kingdom of their soul.
That's why we try and remember the dead.
Yes, exactly. Wait, what?
Because they live on in our memory.
Well, maybe
Not all
in
of them.
yours.
Not all of them.
All the ones you care
Most-
about.
Most of the dead ones do not live on in my memory because I have no memory of them.
Sometimes there's ghosts that come to me and they're like, oogity boogity boo.
Or stand over your bed and at night when you're sleeping in a town far away and scaring the shit out of Gork.
Yes.
Void,
Yeah.
why did you come to us when we were on vacation and wear that sheet? Pretend to be a ghost.
Well, I
You
couldn't.
even cut the eye holes and everything.
Yeah,
I was
you had
trying
one
to-
eye in the middle, and both eye holes were around the eyeball you have.
Yeah.
I knew it was you when you ran right into the wall.
I said I forgot my tea to burn though.
Oh, man. That sucks when you forget the tea to burn.
Yeah, isn't that what ghosts do in the South? Burn a bunch of teas in people's yards? At the Boston Tea Party?
I think so. That sounds pretty familiar. I think I heard that story before about the ghosts doing that. That's a weird thing. It's like they're
And hanging shoes from
like,
trees.
yay, Satan.
Hanging shoes from trees, huh?
Yeah.
What kind of message do you think these ghosts are trying to send?
A dumbass
Whatever it
fucking
is,
message.
They're stupid.
Yeah, you think that's because their brain got rotten when
Oh,
they
yeah.
transitioned
Oh,
into the
their-
afterlife?
Their
Oh, yeah.
brain is definitely rotten.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably been washed so many times that it's bad.
They
Oh.
eat paint chips.
Yeah, oh, definitely lots and lots and lots of lead in their dumb brains.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's also, a trigger of mental illness is exposure to lead in adolescent and child things.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. My mom used to tell me to lick the walls all the time.
Yeah, they're negatively correlated with intelligence, too.
That was in the 70s.
Yeah, violent crime rates went down when they stopped putting lead in the gasoline.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a true story?
Yeah,
No shit.
yeah.
There was also a guy who knew it was bad, and everyone else knew it was bad, and they were paying people to tell people not it was bad. But then he finally was able to get old and realize and save people's lives because he proved lead poisoning was a thing.
Yeah, it's called a conspiracy, and companies do it all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, they lie about things blowing up in your house for no reason, just to scare you so you don't do it yourself.
Oh, yeah, like wine bottles blowing up when you're trying to make wine.
Or put them in your butthole.
It was a vagina, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you wouldn't want it to blow up in
You
your
put a
butthole.
wine bottle up your vagina, son?
No, in a woman's vagina.
So, your vagina's a woman's vagina?
No, the partner I slept with, Jesus Christ.
So, your partner?
I know what you're gonna say. Don't even finish it. It has to be her vagina.
It has to be a her vagina?
No, as in her is possessive.
So she.
She possessed her vagina?
Yes.
And it went, woo!
Is that how it queefed?
A ghost queef.
Ooh.
I should use that next time I hear a queef. I should be like, are there ghosts in here?
You should.
There's a bat and hair belfry from
Still have
wheezing.
no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, I mean, considering that back in the day, Numa was basically air, and, you know, she had a spirit come out of her hoo-ha when she queef, could have been, you know, misinterpreted as a spirit.
It was all the babies we aborted. It was the ghost of... I'm kidding.
Damn, that's a lot of babies.
I know. Well, the thing is, there's how many fucking millions per sperm?
Isn't it like 3 million?
It depends on really your count, but... It's like,
Millions per sperm?
No, for every nut, there's like, I don't know, a lot of millions. That was when I was
every
younger,
nut.
so who knows what it is now. Yeah, every time you nut.
Well, the problem is that
Not
lead
me,
poisoning,
baby.
electric, and exposure to poisons also lower it, too.
Okay. Now, let me restate that this kingdom of the human soul was being studied by Emanuel in a book regarding the anatomy and physiology of other animals than humans. Does this guy sound familiar, Void?
Not quite. Why would he?
It sounds like your dad. The one that, the one from the church. That dad. Not Gork.
If not, smack Void in the crotch and poke his big eyeball. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Hey, Void! Ow!
My balls!
That was a good idea, previous Gork. Wow, thank you now, Gork.
Oh, great. He's folding in on himself.
2 of you? Oh, tonight's
There's an
gonna
infinite
be
amount of me.
fun.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You know that is listened to by the listener.
I know.
You could thank Void for that unpleasant message.
I was tapping Morse code that he's a fucking idiot.
That is not how you spell he's a fucking idiot in Morse code.
Oh. What about binary? 10101110001.
Binary?
I'm non-binary, Void.
No. Binary as in binary zeros and ones. But I know it means the same thing.
I'm gender fluid.
Me too.
We're all gender fluid.
I hear a humming now.
It's the air
Oh,
conditioner.
okay.
Yeah, it's not even in the headphones. I don't think.
It should be blowing you, son.
So, Void,
Yes.
let me tell you why you should know who sounds like Emanuel. It was Galen.
Oh, Galen.
Galen used other animals to fill a void of knowledge he had on human anatomy.
Oh, because of the practices of making it illegal. Gotcha.
Yeah, even though Galen is said to have had a chance to conduct dissections and vivisections on Germanic tribesmen when Rome went up to rape and pillage them. But he would rather have stayed at home where it's safe so he could cut open monkeys and dogs when they're alive. Yeah, that's Galen. Yeah, we did several episodes on him. You can check those out. They're pretty good. Anyways, Emanuel made some sense, however, for the thought that life of blood was the soul, which was centered in the brain. By making sense, this would be the organ that makes sense of all senses for the rest of the human body. More specifically, it was the cellular cortex, he said, which would be the innermost cell wall layer. Don't know why he thought the cell sacks were all the magic, but I would assume it would be all parts of the cell. That would be where the magic was. But not according to Emanuel. Even though the soul's not immortal. At least, not in the sense that we think of human souls. So, like all philosophers, Emanuel didn't get his hands dirty. No. Emanuel gathered written works from microscopy and experimental procedures of his time. So, like many philosophical sapiens of the homo, Emanuel just wrote down with complete confidence that his era of available believed knowledge was correct in order to draw conclusions. This time they would have gotten it right? It's not like Aristotle with the brain being a cooling chamber.
When it was actually sublimation from sweating and the skin being the cooling chamber.
Yes, Ward. The chamber.
Well, not the chamber, but the whole organism is the skin.
Yes, the whole organ, the skin.
Yes.
From psychological standpoint, with great enthusiasm, Emanuel was given some sort of credit. Perhaps it was the coupon to get to the local Amsterdam brothel for a 3-way quickie, or some alehouse with absinthe or something, I don't know. But Britannica went on to talk about how his anatomical works were not known as much in the academic world during his lifetime. In fact, it is said to have not been really reviewed up until the 19th century, around over or under about 100 years after he died. This was after they already progressed further into anatomy, making his works on anatomy obsolete. This book series regarding Economia Regni Animalis was followed shortly by a book series titled Regnum Animale, which was planned to have 17 whole volumes, where they were regarded as a series of sketches with treatises attached for the focus on hashing out psychological investigations, which reminds me of someone looking at naked animals doing the nasty, trying to figure out why some animals turn them on while others repulse them.
How scientific.
Very. The second volume of Regnum Animale, the Animal Kingdom, is said to have been published in 1744 to 1745. Britannica backtracked in order to get over some sort of religious dilemma Emanuel was in, which makes sense because some dream log was found, dated to be from 1743 to 1744, is believed to have been started off as a travel log of some kind, but Emanuel went into some visions he had, perhaps dreams, perhaps not, but they were recollected from him in this journal from previous years, and some of them included spiritual experiences he had, mostly occurring at night and from March to November of 1744. This book was so disgusting to many religious humans and so metaphysical for the academic community that it wasn't published until 1859. Apparently,
that might be a book I want to see.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. Apparently, many logged experiences were open sexually in nature.
Good for them.
Yeah, and some visions of Jesus Christ himself was in there. I don't know if the two topics were mixed together, because I haven't read it.
That'd be one hell of a gangbang.
Sexual Jesus.
That's awesome. I want to read it.
Do they fuck his handholes?
Well, that would have been in his wrist, because I thought the hands couldn't hold it up.
No, it was in
No,
his hands.
it's in the middle of his hands.
I think
No, that's wrong. You're right. They actually did go through the wrists, but
yeah.
on like crosses nowadays, they put it through his hands.
Oh, nice.
It's different because it probably looks better or something.
Yeah, it's more
on
uniform.
jewelry.
You go through his feet and hands instead of his wrists and ankles.
Well, I think it was attributed to the story of them poking the holes and showing the holes.
Yeah, he was a holy man, huh?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, now I understand why they say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He had holes.
Yeah, not like Bonnie and Clyde.
I don't know the reference.
What does this reference?
They got riddled full of bullets while on a picnic.
Really?
Oh, gotcha.
What were they eating?
I don't know, probably bread and wine.
It sounds delicious.
Cheese and wine?
Yeah, I think
Cheese, bread, and wine.
Probably crackers. Oh, Lunchables.
Sounds like they probably. Do you think they had Lunchables?
I don't know. It was the whatever Bonnie and Clyde were around. But the crazy thing is they just pulled up on them and gunned them down. No chance for anything. They went like, arrest you. Not. It was literally drive-by by cops.
I would have done the same thing, Floyd. Shoot now, ask questions later.
Okay, Dirty Harry.
Yes. That's just a smart way to go about it.
Yeah, that's how you get all the knowledge in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you also shoot a sound guy from cops.
You kill him,
Exactly.
and then
Over a BB gun.
the story's over.
That happened here.
Sounds like fun.
Sound guy got shot.
Sound guy?
Mm-hmm.
Who's sound guy?
Sound guy for cops got shot here in town. At a Wendy's that was being held up.
How did this happen?
The cops missed. They missed the perp and hit the sound guy instead.
Oh, honest mistake.
Honest mistake with 32 fucking bullets.
I mean,
Wait,
gotta make sure
they
he's dead.
shot the sound guy 32 times?
Well, it was a great number of times. They didn't even hit the perp once.
are you sure it's 32? Is this like the squid thing again, Void?
I'll look it up.
When did this happen? Recently?
Years ago, within the last 10 years.
36 feet, the size of a regular car, Void said.
Oh, fuck off.
36 bullets. The right number of bullets. The police shot this guy. It's probably 326.
I think that's the number of bullets that were shot.
They shot 6 bullets, only hit him 3 times.
50% chance.
That, I think, is 50% chance of being correct. If we want to play a game of chance.
I was close. They fired a total of 36 shots.
Okay.
Must have been one hell of a brawl.
It was in a fucking Wendy's over a pellet gun.
I'm telling you right now, Void.
What Wendy's?
I can't remember.
The one on
Shoot first.
72nd?
Ask questions later, Void.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Don't even.
You
don't
held up
even
a fucking
hesitate.
Wendy's. Yeah, you held up a Wendy's. Boom, you're dead. What's the big deal?
No.
Yeah, but
no.
he didn't have a gun, though.
He wasn't dead. The sound guy died.
What?
The sound guy.
They didn't shoot both?
No.
They fucking missed him.
Well, the sound guy should have gotten in the way.
Well, I mean, the cops tried to shoot at the next door neighbor's dog, and it was probably 10 to 15 feet away, and they missed.
Jesus' dog?
No. The guy did die, too, the other guy.
Yes, it was Jesus' dog.
Oh, no wonder why he is the way he is.
Yeah, he's a little nuts. His dog's really loud, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So,
I wish they would have shot it.
yeah. It's probably what people were saying about this book from Emanuel Swedenborg. Back to the topic. Noted was that Emanuel had it correct all along. Emanuel was not feeling any guilt towards his sexual proclivities, but rather his intellectual shortcomings. Which makes sense in more modern times, such as now. Less people feel guilt for their sexual pleasures, but overall more for their intellectual comings. What do you mean about all this intellectual shortcomings? Comings. I mean that Emmanuel wanted to be great in the academic community, but of course he had little to be praised for when it came to work in that area. He just sort of hopped on top the shoulders of other people to look over their shoulder and read whatever they were writing, like a kid in school cheating on their math exam. And then he would go to Amsterdam and fuck a donkey or whatever he did and wrote about it and praised himself for writing his book. Yep, that's what happened.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Someone needs to tell him good job.
yeah, good job. Pat on your back.
Who cares if it's himself?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah, me
There's
too.
nothing wrong with that.
Good job.
Yeah.
To nut
good job.
gather. You
For
gather
gathering all
lots
my
of
nut.
nut. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right, Void? You should be proud of your mother for collecting all my nut.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a lot of nut.
It's a hard job and a lot of churning butter.
Oh, it's a lot of hard work.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes she gets lockjaw.
Only sometimes.
Yeah. Anyways, I think the most important date for Emmanuel's religiousness was in April 7th of 1744. This, rather than getting himself sexually excited or fear for his sanity, brought him a great deal of pleasure. Peace for both his temptations, peace from both his temptations of his intellectual pride and the evil spirits he believed to be surrounding him. Perhaps he had some bad liquors or need to open up a few windows to let out his flatulence, but I guess Jesus blew it all away when he came there. No, Void, that's not a sexual reference.
Oh.
Get your mind out of the gutter. So, after this first coming of Jesus in 1744, Emmanuel had Jesus coming for the second time.
Yes.
Oh, Lord, oh, Lord.
Oh,
Well, I told you get your minds out the gutter, goddammit.
okay. Sorry. I'll try my best.
The second coming of Jesus was also in April, but in the following year. This second explosion, or Big Bang, if you will, had Emanuel leaving all worldly learning, quote unquote. He left his 17-volume set unfinished and stopped work on natural science altogether. From the years of 1749 to 1771, Emanuel wrote 30 whole volumes, mostly written anonymously, and all written in Latin. These focused on interpreting the Bible, which I would think to be more of some worldly learning. But you know, the Bible doesn't really exist outside of Earth except for in that stupid time capsule they sent in the middle of the 20th century.
The Bible's just made up by man for
Yeah, it's the
control.
most worldly thing to learn about is the Bible.
And the only reason why it's mostly like white is because that's who mostly,
Wrote it.
yes, and tried to control.
There's some bibbidi-bobbidi booties in there.
Sure.
So, yeah. So among all of what this dude wrote, the 30 volumes and such, we have one called Arcana Colestia. Sounds like a thing for a colostomy bag. It had 8 volumes.
8-volume colostomy bag. Ugh.
Yeah, 8 volumes in there.
Ugh.
It was published from 1749 to 1756, and it's titled, in English, to be Heavenly Arcana.
Heavenly Arcana, huh? Kind of like the Major Arcana?
Yeah, he got his Arcana on.
Oh.
Then we have the second set, which is Apocalypse Explicata. 4 volumes from 1785 to 1789 it was published.
Nice.
This contains some internal spiritual meaning regarding Genesis, Exodus, and Revelations books. There's that one. Then we have the third set, De Culio et Jesus Mirabilis et tu Inferno. Something like that.
You think he played with this asshole?
It was Latin, not Spanish. Maybe.
So, I bet you that's the same word for asshole.
Yeah, I have no doubt. It actually probably stands for heaven, too.
Yeah, heaven through my asshole, playing with my prostrate. God damn it.
Yes.
I see you're studying the Catholic Church's studies.
That's probably what he was doing in Italy, Void, instead of looking at the pepperoni nipples. The prostrates. This is actually a new position in the church. The prostrates, they check your prostate.
It's just on my list.
13 old enough.
Blame it on the list.
It's my list.
Just like a Void blames it on the alcohol.
Prostate. Prostrate.
Yes, this prostate.
Prostate.
It's on my tongue.
This prostration.
Do you need a wallet to bite down or Gork's giant penis?
Yes.
That actually might help.
I need Gork's.
She needs some vitamin dork. She needs some vitamin D.
Yes, I do.
So, this book about the prostate is published.
And some potassium.
The prostrate.
This prostrating prostate book was published in 1758.
Yes.
Translated to English, it's On Heaven and Its Wonders and on Hell, which many humans today revere as his theological great work. Number 4 is Vera Christiana Religio, published in 1771, translated into True Christian Religion. This book is claimed to have been written when Emanuel was 83 Earth revolutions old.
That's some old balls.
Yes, old balls indeed, Void. You think he had revelations with his balls?
I don't know.
You guys know that tonight it's A full moon and a lunar eclipse.
It's the
Oh, I
perfect
thought-
night to record.
11 o'clock.
Okay. I'll make sure to put my crystal out.
You
Oh,
don't
no,
want
not
to
in
do
this
that.
full moon.
Not
Don't
at
do
all.
it.
Okay.
Not
This
in
an
this full
eclipse.
moon.
It is intense void.
Yeah, whenever there's an eclipse, you don't want to put it in the moonlight.
It's also
It could fuck
Mercury
it up.
retrograde.
Oh, so it will enhance those.
Those energies, yeah.
Yes.
It might be too much for you to handle.
It just blows up and it goes.
The planets have aligned in a certain way, Void. It's this era. Every Mercury retrograde is like a reap what you sow kind of moment.
Yeah, well, and this moon only happens every 300 years.
Damn.
So this is the first time and the last time in our lifetimes.
Yeah, you can really see
Oh,
the
God, was
prostate.
oh my God! The last time it was it was still before the American Revolution, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Void. But this is the one full moon where you can actually see the prostrate of the moon.
Oh,
You better shove it.
yeah, make her piss herself.
I don't need to do that. She does that all on her own
Yeah.
for shits and giggles.
Yeah, when I sneeze and cough really hard.
If you sneeze 8 times, it's an orgasm, because a sneeze is 1/8 an orgasm.
Oh, then I have a lot of orgasms. And that's not including sex. Because I sneeze like
I do
100
too.
times a day. Who doesn't love sex?
Well, if you're asexual, it's not
Oh,
really. Your
they're
thing.
stupid.
Those people
They
probably have some trauma they don't even know about.
Or they've never actually, like, gotten
Oh,
off.
No, they have no urge to.
Yeah, they probably have trauma that their brain is suppressing the memory of. You ever heard about that?
I wouldn't put a label on someone that's there. They say their own truth.
It's not a label, it's just a probability.
Okay.
You know? Usually if someone doesn't want to do something, it's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
because of some deep-seated memory.
I heard this story. It was about a guy in a pool. He was a famous writer. I think it was the guy who wrote Fight Club. He had I don't
We
know.
don't talk about Fight Club.
No, the guy that I don't
Rule
know.
number 1.
I know, shut up. No, but
What? You shut up. You're talking about the what shall not be talked about.
Yeah, the rule
Okay.
number
I'm
1.
talking about the person.
Nobody talks about...
Okay, go
I
ahead.
know
I
what.
don't know. Someone wrote the
Go
book
ahead,
or
son.
something, and they accidentally had their ass prolapse in a pool because of something. And the girl told the story to him. And he says, "I've been so embarrassed to tell the story that her mother was a crazy Christian, and she had a hot water bottle in it when it vibrated, and she figured out the good feeling when she was a kid, and she was trying it with all her friends, and then she got mortified by sex because of her mother shunning her."
Yeah. Could have been something like that.
Yes.
I don't know. The last person that I knew, his name was... What was his name? He was a ginger. I know that much.
Uh-huh.
Freckles and everything.
Uh-huh.
He had big, thick glasses.
Mhm.
Like, thicker than mine.
Uh-huh.
And, what was his name? Anyways, he was talking about his mom would, go to the trailer park. They lived in the trailer park, but she would go around the trailer park to go into, other guys' trailers and then come out a few moments later so she'd have money and drugs. And, she didn't have a job. So one only knows what happened there.
Why are you guys talking about what I used to do for a living?
No, I was talking about this guy I used to work with. He's ginger, full-fledged ginger, freckles and everything.
Oh, so he just wasn't that
He said he
into it.
was, yeah, he said he was asexual. And I think it had something to do with his mommy doing stuff with all these guys
Yeah.
for drugs.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah, I'm glad you only do that with me and people that I select.
Yes.
Like Jesus. It's okay to have sex with Jesus.
No.
I give you permission.
Jesus is weird.
That's what makes him viable.
Nope. I don't want that. Thanks.
Void,
Mm-hmm.
talk some sense into your mother.
She's your woman. You got to help make her
Oh, don't say this now because you're jealous.
I'm not jealous. I get plenty of sex without her, so why do I care?
Yeah, but it's not the same.
I've never had that before. You're just putting words in my mouth.
I put more things than just words in your mouth.
Son, why'd you deny our relations?
You're just my mother, that's it.
If she
Nothing.
was my mom, I'd fuck her too, Void.
Oh, great. It's turning into an SNL sketch. Fuck each other's mothers or
I'm
the fuck dick in a box out of her.
So
Did you
happy
see?
to hear that, sweetie.
I showed my chickens on the Tick of Talk.
Oh, what'd they see?
What'd they see? The chickens didn't see nothing.
No. I mean, what'd they say? What'd the people say?
I showed the chickens my cock.
I said, here's my
They
hand
ran
and here's my
away.
cock. And I said, here, next episode, I'm going to put my cock in you know what? In my box.
Did you show them your worm?
I didn't think about showing them my worms. Should I show them the worms I feed the chickens? Okay. I should show them that.
Okay.
You should say yes and not shake your head.
Yeah, because, everybody listening cannot hear you.
Here, they can
Shake
hear me
your head.
now if I do this.
Yeah, if you shake your head really close to the microphone, you might hear some rattling.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the...
It's the one eye.
What? The one-eyed Willie?
The one-eyed monster.
Yeah.
It doesn't free float around. It's in a socket.
That's
That's what she
your
said.
costume. Void's costume with the big one eye.
Yes.
I'm looking at Void right now.
Okay.
Characters.
It's all about Void.
Okay.
And only Gork. And only the Nut Gatherer. So, back to topic. Emanuel is viewed as being a scientific investigator with the manner in which he wrote, while there are others who think that he was a psychic medium of some kind. As if you must speak in a manner other than the scientific investigative manner in order to be a medium. The main takeaway, and all other people think that he was just bonkers. The main takeaway is that Emanuel thought he could be conscious and enter into the experience of the metaphysical realm, just as much as one could be with the material one. Emanuel rejected the old, torturous punishments of redemption, that this whole experience of the second ejaculation of Jesus would rid the world of evil, so people would be more spiritually removed from the evil spirits of Satan's anus. Not a direct quote from Emanuel, but I like to think that that's what he would like to say.
That sounds about something he'd say
Yeah,
about Satan's anus and all that.
that and more along the lines of what he really thought was if you live for peace and harmony in life, you will find peace and harmony away from the evils and temptations. There is some other mumbo-jumbo there too, but the only thing that really interested me is that Emanuel had journaled his sexual fantasies and probably experiences. We might want to cover that maybe on a bonus episode because I don't think it would be much information.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
just-
sounds good. We can talk about
Yeah.
sex.
Yeah,
Let's
you
talk
too.
about sex,
Actually.
baby.
Yeah, we can make the bonus episode be like the opposite where you guys do research.
Let's talk about you
Void.
and
Yeah.
me.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Look up Emanuel Swedenborg's thoughts or journals of sex. What?
Let's talk about sex.
She just wants to talk about sex for it.
Yeah, you know that.
Oh, yeah,
sounds
baby.
best.
Come on, rub me down. Oh, give me the calamine lotion. Rub it in a... Where's the beat? Put it in a circular motion. It's all about the motion of the ocean. When I ejaculate with my lotion.
What were we doing again?
Oh, yeah. On March 1772, Emanuel Swedenborg died in London, England.
Well, that's sad.
Sweden, yeah. I tried to look up the cause of death, but nothing came up. So that was kind of mysterious since
Was
it
he
was
in his 80s or was he older?
so close to the 1800s, and they didn't know how he died. What?
How old was he?
Let me think. 84.
Okay, so it was a year from when he wrote that last book.
I believe he was 84.
Okay.
Didn't give me a date. Well, I did, March.
Darn smart weather.
Yeah. Would have been 84.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got a really good idea.
What's that?
I wonder if I can find tapestries. This has nothing to do with the podcast. Tapestries, kind of like this, but longer, bigger, and make them curtains with those little clip-on things you get at Walmart, and they go over your drape things. That would be cool for the dining room for the crystals.
I'm not done.
Okay.
So, Swedenborg's remains stayed in London, England, until they were requested to have been moved in 1908 from the Swedish government because apparently Swedenborg was a very popular character and staple of the historical significance in philosophy, especially in Uppsala. And the Uppsala Cathedral is the group that requested to have the remains brought back. So that's nice. That's all I have to say about him.
Okay.
You want to see if we can find another sapien of the homo to do a thing on?
That's a good idea.
Do 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 do. You want to do David Hartley?
What'd he do?
He is considered the first person to use the English word psychology.
Interesting.
First cataract extraction from a living human eye.
That's a good one.
You'd rather do that than Hartley? We could do Hartley than do the human eye extraction.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, psychology would be a good one to cover. Considering we just covered Emanuel Swedenborg and many people thought he was crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, I mean, you see Jesus Christ, it's kind of like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's like he's talking to a burning bush or something.
Well, Jesus was just another person like us who was enlightened. That's all it is. But he didn't actually tell anybody about the Bible. The whole Bible was made up bullshit to make people in line.
Now, Jesus was a rabbi.
Okay, Jesus was a rabbi. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But he was enlightened. He wasn't like, I'm going to send you to hell because you made a mistake.
No. But, if you like this podcast, you should like, share, subscribe. God damn it. Start doing that now. I know someone's listening.
Yeah, what's your problem?
Yeah, if you like it, someone else likes it.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing
We like
maybe.
it.
You're gonna get a free T-shirt.
Yeah, and you'll get a free t-shirt. But I'm just saying, if you like it, I'm guessing your friends might like it too. So share it with your friends,
Okay.
That'd be nice.
even if they're in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get more listeners
Yeah. Just,
and
you
more
know.
people to talk about it with instead of just being all by yourself, being, I listen to this thing, but nobody else knows about it.
Okay.
And then you get a tribe member position, right? We'll put you in a bent over or whatever position you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scissors.
Yeah, you could be the scissorer. The scissor master. But yeah, if we grow, we might be able to do more stuff like, well, I don't know, start opening up a Patreon, maybe get some people to start funneling some money in there so we can start selling organs for more money so we can become a pyramid scheme and rule the world.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
And we might even have some merchandise in the future because we have this really kick-ass artist who's doing artwork for the Scapegoat right now. And I'm kind of really excited to see the end results and would like to see something else done for our podcast too. But you got to have the moolah to have the doula. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah. So until next time, what do we do?
Leave in peace.
See you
Bye-bye.
guys later.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Kick it. Oh, yeah. Bring it to me, baby.
got it.